Welcome, Robert, to our chat today. It's been about a year since we last chatted, and I'm looking forward to see what has happened in the past year. You are virtual now, and it is very exciting. But what I noticed is last time we chatted, hi, Robert, you didn't tell us about your background. Like, what got you to start Powerful Play Experiences?
What got me to start Powerful Play Experiences? Now, almost 14 years ago, I needed a job where I didn't have to work for somebody else. I moved specifically from the field of career development as an employee to a team building workshop facilitator as a solopreneur, and I built Powerful Play Experiences out of a need to truly work for myself. I hit a point in my career where I felt that my creativity and my energy and the way I'd like to design programs would be much more fulfilling, not only for myself, but for the clients that I work with, if I had more control over the planning, the implementing of workshops. So Powerful Play Experiences came out of the idea. Powerful Play Experiences came out of my recreation and leisure background. I'm not only certified to work in the field of career development, but I'm also certified to work in the field of recreation and leisure. So I've always been a huge proponent of the value of play and the value of fun, especially fun at work. So I built a business that promotes the idea of play and fun at work in the world of work. And that's the short story to how we started Powerful Play Experiences. It was really driven by the idea that I really wanted to work on my own, and I didn't know what to do. So I borrowed something from my past, the idea of fun and play, especially fun at work, through my experiences in the field of recreation and leisure. And I moved a whole bunch of ideas into the business that you see here, Powerful Play Experiences, positive workplace mental health for teams.
I love how you combined two disciplines and brought them together into a career development field. I'm always interested in how the career development field can develop, and this is definitely a very creative idea of doing this. And you with your props.
Well, can I say one thing about that career development? I've worked in the field of career development much longer than I've been out on my own as an entrepreneur or a solopreneur. 14 years delivering workshops as a workshop facilitator for Powerful Play Experiences, but 20 years in the field of career development, and as a very proud and longstanding member of the Career Development Association of Alberta. But Dr. Hoda, I see myself as a career development professional delivering workshops on the value of play and fun at work as being good mental health. So let me ask you, as a career development expert, why do I see myself as a career development expert delivering workshops on positive workplace mental health?
When I think about it, it has to do with your previous experiences. Like, each one of us bring our experiences into the world. But then from my previous interview with you and the feedback we got on our interview, everybody says, oh, he is so energetic. I cannot believe how energetic he comes out on screen, which is something I cannot accomplish. Even if I wave my hands and come, as you taught me to do, in the face of the camera, I do not have the energy that you seem to project naturally.
But why? I see myself, my role is of a workshop facilitator. But why do I see myself as a career development professional in the role of a workshop facilitator, delivering the positive workplace mental health message?
I think you would explain that better, Robert. So go ahead, tell me why.
Well, career development, correct me if I'm wrong, but don't we see career development as life development and working through various phases of your life and working towards those parts of your life that you're passionate about? So as a career development professional, I take that thinking and I say to people at my workshops, be happy in the many phases of your life, especially in that phase called work. Come, be happy, be positive, good mental health at work. That's good career development. That's good life development, to take the message of positive mental health to work. So I first see myself as a career development expert, bringing the message of happy careers, happy work, happy work opportunities, good mental health at work. And that's a good career development message.
Yes, absolutely. I agree. And that's always my push. It's whatever you do with your career, it's about lifelong learning. It's about lifelong involvement in your career. But I want to jump right away to one of the posters I saw that you put out on LinkedIn. Yes. And I would like you to explain it to me and everyone watching this. And its title is What Needs to Be Talked About, because I think it relates to what you're talking about, that positive mental health, positive attitude, and that ability to keep lifelong development, but we need that positive attitude and mental state.
Yeah, you and I were talking about.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, thank you for giving attention to this one-page poster that I call "What Needs to Be Talked About in Response to the Mental Health Impact of COVID-19 in Alberta, Canada, and beyond." And, you know, my first draft of this looks nothing like this draft, but, you know, what you see in front of you was something that I organized, about, let's figure this out, I think May and June of last year. I heard so many conversations from different people in the world of work about positive mental health at work and at home. I heard so many conversations about people around team building or team rebuilding during the peak of the pandemic crisis. And I heard so much conversation about psychological health and safety, both at work and home. And of course, I've heard so much about self-care and personal well-being, all at the peak of the pandemic. And I thought to myself, you know, they're kind of scattered, all these ideas. And I thought to myself, I know they're all linked together. What if we put them into a chart and we organize them into an order? And that's where you see the the orange and blue arrows. So work with me, Hoda. Organizing them into an order in this way says, listen, all that has taken place around COVID, our first strategy to embrace is self-care and personal well-being. So let's start with the self. Let's hold the mirror up to ourselves and ask some of those tough questions as to where I'm at with my own care and my personal well-being. Then I said to myself, pardon?
Yeah, what you're saying is that if I don't start with self-care, I would not be able to commit to my work?
Yes, exactly. Because the next levels take us into the world of work experience, which is the psychological health and safety at work, at home. So if I'm feeling good about myself and I can go to work and feel psychologically safe at work, and the culture is breeding psychological safety, my next step is to take the team rebuilding and bring in more fun at work. This is all in response to COVID-19. This is all a mental health message in response to COVID-19. Start with yourself, the self-care and well-being. Go to work, feel psychologically safe. Okay, we've got those things covered. Okay, how's the team doing? Okay, maybe we need to bring more fun at work and rebuild the sense of team. Self, psychological safety, a strong team, that's good, positive mental health at work, which is the last stage.
And how would you describe fun at work? Like, I am not the most fun person. And so when you tell me have fun at work, I'm like, no, I'm going to be serious doing my work.
How do you describe fun at work? How would you want to describe fun at work? How would you want to describe it? Listen, fun at work it's not a complicated idea here, Hoda. It's not a complicated idea. It's a value that we bring to the workplace. Let me change that. Let me change what I just said. It's a value that's needed in the workplace. Because, Hoda, there's just far too many workers out there like you, way too serious about their work. So fun, as we're having right now, you and I, the fun we're enjoying right now, is that good mental health?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
You had a serious look on your face. Yes, that's good mental health. Fun is good mental health. So the simple act of valuing fun at work and incorporating that into the workplace culture, isn't that a good thing during these, during these sort of COVID times, these pandemic times? What would be the benefit of addressing, what would be the benefit of team rebuilding and fun at work in response to the COVID-19 pandemic? What would be the benefit to having somebody like myself come into the workplace and say, listen, it's been a crazy year, it's been a crazy time, and so many changes that many of us weren't quick enough to respond to. We might not have had the lead time to even respond to them, but we needed to. And they've changes that have come at us fast and frequently that we always haven't had the time to sort of catch our breath and regroup. So there's a lot of stress here at work and figuring things out. So why would team rebuilding and fun at work be a wonderful value that the workplace leader should incorporate into their workplace, respecting all that has taken place?
Well, that's why I invited you to have this chat, because you said, okay, I have this idea for a project, and I am going to tell you why and how to do that, right? The Come Out to Play project, I think of it as Come Out to Play with Robert, but the Come Out to Play project, you are promoting it and you're pushing it on businesses to say, you have a great idea there. Can you tell us a little bit more about it? And why would I, as a business owner, say, you know what, we're bringing Robert for a few days to have a chat with you guys?
Yeah, and you're going to answer that question. You're going to answer that question, not I. And why am I asking you to answer the question? Why am I asking you to answer?
That's a very good question too, why you are asking me.
Okay, well, let's backtrack a bit. So I like the way you brought our two topics together, and we have about another 5 minutes together. I'm watching the clock. We talked about what needs to be talked about in response to, what needs to be talked about in regards to mental health and some of the challenges around mental health in dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic. And I said, self-care, let's take some time for self-care. Let's ensure that our workplaces continue to be psychologically safe. Let's rebuild our teams and bring in the value of fun at work and change the energy. And all of that is good mental health. And you said, well, how do you do this fun at work thing? How do you do it? And I know you know how it's done. I know you know how it's done because you've attended my workshops online and you've watched my videos as well on my website. Spring forward to something like this, and you said, gee, Rob, tell me about this thing that you call the Come Out to Play project. Well, not all employers know exactly what that means, fun at work, right? And team rebuilding as good mental health. So I'm challenging myself, Hoda, for a 10-day period, a 10-day period, no later than August 29th. So between now and August 29th, and by the way, August 29th is my birthday, but so between now and August 29th, to pop in and play with no less than 10 businesses in 10 days and bring the message, more positive mental health at work, more fun at work. So as opposed to sitting here and making calls and booking meetings, I'm picking clients of powerful play experiences who I haven't seen, say, for 6 months to a year or more. And I'm also picking some of my new clients who've played with me online in the past 6 months to a year, and I'm popping into their workplace with no advance notice and a surprise. And I'm bringing a gift, but I'm bringing that energy that you talked about before to reframe their thinking that as we come out of the pandemic, self-care continues to be important. Psychological safety, health and safety continues to be important, but so does positive mental health at work, at home, and more fun. So just by meeting people face to face, in their workplace, no planned meeting, just pop in, surprise them, bring a gift, start a conversation about how the team is doing, where powerful play experiences can fit in for more positive mental health at work, at home, more fun. What do you think?
I believe that you have already dropped in on 2 businesses, because I saw your YouTube videos.
Yes, to date, I've hit up 4 businesses, and I started with my dentist office. And I'll tell you why I started with my dental office, because the owner of the business has already indicated to me that she would like to have me do a workshop with her 3 locations, her 3 dentist office locations here in the city, and bring the staff together to look at more positive mental health at work, at home, and more fun. So I thought I'd just drop by on Tuesday, and I popped in with no appointment. I brought a wonderful bouquet of plush flowers, and I met with 2 of the staff, and I said, I'm here just to further promote the idea that your boss, the owner, and I have had conversations about doing a workshop with everybody about more positive mental health at work, at home. And we videotaped it, and it was no more than a minute long. Immediately after that, I went to the St. Albert Chamber of Commerce, of which I'm a member of for close to 3 years now. My contact person wasn't there today. Remember, I haven't called and made an appointment. I just popped right in, another batch of plush flowers, and met a couple of the staff. And I said, listen, this gift has to go to Angela, and let Angela know that I'm here to pop in and play as part of the Come Out to Play project. Have her give me a call, because I'd love to do an online 40-minute bite-sized play experience with the staff. See, I could do the workshops live, indoors or outdoors, or I could do them online. So I left an invitation with the staff to give it to Angela, and she got back to me the day after, and she said, great idea. Let's look if we can do an online bite-sized play experience with all the staff at the chamber. And then 2 days ago, I went to the Edmonton Chamber of Commerce, and I'm a member there as well. And again, dropped off another batch of plush flowers. And unfortunately, the 2 staff that who've been extremely helpful and supportive of powerful play experiences at the Edmonton Chamber, they weren't there. That's okay. I didn't make an appointment. I just popped into play, and I brought another batch of plush flowers, left it with one of the staff members, and I've been in touch with my contact at the Edmonton Chamber, and he too is going to check in with the staff, because I said, listen, your office is busy. Let's make it easy. Let's do an online 40-minute, bite-sized play experience for the staff. Get away from work, take a mental health break. And then my last visit a couple of days ago was probably the best. For years now, a daycare here in Edmonton, better known as the Duck Inn Daycare, has contacted me many, many times to deliver team building workshops to the staff. So the not executive director, the coordinator of the daycare wasn't on site that day. She was at home. So I visited her at home. And again, I got another batch of flowers. Now I haven't seen her for over a year. And I surprised her and I said, look, Darkin has supported Powerful Play for many years now by bringing me in to do multiple team building workshops. She was so excited. She was so excited that she said, you know what, let's see what we can do to bring you back in once things settle down a bit. And I was so excited to see her at her home and surprise her with the the bouquet of plush flowers. So, come out to play, pop into play, 10 businesses in 10 days, and a different way of reconnecting, a different way of connecting, but it's good energy, good fun, good positive mental health. What do you think?
Well, I'm very proud of you. I think you are well on your way on hitting the 10 businesses then. And more importantly, what you're showing is also a sample for many who are looking to grow their businesses on how to get more clients and the power of networking for sure. So there's lots embedded in this. Your persistence and your networking, of course, and then come out to play with Robert.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm not a pick up the phone kind of guy, but I'm great live face to face. So I've said to myself, why don't I just reconnect with some of my own old clients who I haven't seen in quite some time, and some of the new folks who've come into my life, some of the new businesses that have come into my life during COVID, and just surprise them. And you know what it's really all about? It's all about gratitude and appreciation. That's really what it's all about. To show up and gift them and say thank you for supporting Powerful Play experiences. This is my appreciation to you, and I'm feeling a whole bunch of gratitude towards you for keeping me in your little circle and helping Powerful Play experiences grow or booking workshops. So good things happen when you lead with gratitude and appreciation.
Oh, thank you so much for your time, Robert. I look forward to checking with you in a few months again and see where you're at. And
you rock, Hoda! You rock!
Keep that energy going, Robert.
Take care.